Alright, everyone, please give me a moment, make sure everything is set on up. Did a couple, get the shareable YouTube's up to date, Twitch is good to update the Rumble description. Rumble description's up to date. That appears to be working. Please give me another moment to check my other computer. And looks like everything is good to go. So let's go to get started. Of course, I got a handful of replays for y'all. Somewhat fresh from the live games lobby. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another HPARS 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawned on the bottom or just right side as the red Ethiopians, we have Cian, Dal. Spawned at the left side as the Lithuanians, we have Silly Alibaba Ivik. Alibaba Ivak. I have no idea how to properly pronounce that. Let's cover each player's civilization bonuses. I'm not familiar with the Ethiopians. Archer civilization. Archers fire 80% faster. Receives additional gold when advancing each age. And gold and food. That's actually pretty nice. And pikemen upgrades free. They can't get halberdier. It doesn't appear they get halberdier upgrade for free. Unique unit, the Shotel warrior. I can't remember what it does. Unique text, Shotel warriors and camels receive -3 damage from mounted units, making them more effective as a counter as a anti-cavalry unit. Fortune engines increases blast damage of siege workshop units. Oh, that's actually pretty good. And they can get siege engineers. Left side, Lithuanians. Cavalry and monk civilization. Each town center provides plus 100 food, so that sounds like every time he gets builds one. Got a line of walls right there as well. Scouting force them back. Spearmen and skirmishers move 10% faster, make spearmen a bit more effective at countering any sort of scout rush. We do now got a militia rush. Each garrison relic is +1 attack to knights and lightists. Lightists is their unique unit. They are a unique cavalry unit, which I believe they do armor piercing damage, if that makes any sort of sense. And of course, Wing Hussar, another upgrade for the Hussar line. Unique text, hill forts counts like a +3 range, making them actually a bit more reasonable to defend themselves when garrison. Powered shield, spearman line, and skirmisher get +2 pierce armor. That really helps skirmishers be a counter unit, and also makes the spearmen a bit more resilient to late game skirmishers and trash wars. Monasteries work 20% faster. He did get the good kills on the spearman and on the scout there. Now we've got these man at arms here. It does have a wall up there. The villagers are just trying to consume this nearby wood, and does get inside the town center there. And as in there as well, getting some great follows on the man at arms. One down to 1 health. Didn't finish off those additional volleys of arrows, which may be fine. Depend who your big find is for. Is that good for blue? Is that good for red? Still alive, able to perhaps maybe take that wounded one and start whacking away against some housing. Needs to retarget towards that 1 health one. The villager can even shank him. Now is it now 2 of them, 1 health? Needs to retarget some of that other one there. It does shank that one as well. Now both of those militia are down. Do now have the skirmisher advancing forward. Speedy little guy. With his 2 attack damage versus the 2 pierce armor villagers. Trying to get some good damage from the archers, and he is doing some good work there. Villager even up to 24. The villager even poses a threat to man-at-arms at this moment in time. Does finish off the man-at-arms there. And these archers just need to fall back. They're not really going to do well versus these skirmishers. Just fall back, throw them in the town center. It will be a safe spot for them, and town center will get an arrow firing. And it's a little bit wounded as well. I'd say throw that villager into that archer in the town center. It's not going to do much versus these 2 skirmishers. An element that's the high ground. The villager, she's trying to shank them. Be careful about marrying her. I think her murderous rage is a bit showing. And looks like she's going to be eyeing to help wall off this region. More skirmishers now being pushed forward. Ethiopian is an archer civilization, so going for these skirmishers makes sense. The archers have increased attack speed. I still believe that archers should just be inside the town center. It will get its primary arrow firing, as well as some health regen. And that way, if any time these skirmishers advance ever so slightly forward, they can at least get a shot there. Single scout now advances forward. Skirmishers trying to deal with him. He's fast, hard to hit, and won't take much damage. He's taking 1 damage per spear since it has two inherent pierce armor. And now gains some great damage around these skirmishers. I need to get a bit of a drink. Good, you don't... My drink's already open, so you don't have to worry about hearing that sound. And you now got a wave of archers and skirmishers advancing on forward and advancing on back. Let's see now. Blue looks like going for more skirmishers and more villagers. He has, of course, 1 spearman to poke any additional scouts. We got more skirmishers now being deployed on out over here. I wonder, does this archer fire 18% faster? Yeah, it would say foot archers affects skirmishers, and not so that description there likely will not affect skirmishers, as I think the term foot archers refers to all ranged ground units that don't use melee as a primary damage source. I could be mistaken about that, however. After all, I've been wrong so many times. We now got 7 skirmishers here versus 4, so red has a superior number of skirmishers as well as archers, so red can start pushing forward. The skirmishers can clear the way for the archers, and the archers will just try to push forward to get some arrows on those villagers. There are some skirmishers out in the field, or spearmen, which won't really accomplish all too much. Even if they tried to gain the minimum range of those skirmishers, the archers could annihilate them. We do now have fletching now being researched for red. Blue already has fletching as well, so both players have fletching, and red's now going for pierce armor. Very, very nice. Blue already has pierce armor as well, so very, very nice. Red's force is now going to be surrounded a little bit, and now these archers are going to push their way forward, but this reinforcing skirmishers may dissuade them. Some of Blue's skirmishers are not being picked on off. Red's archers have the same bit of a beating. Red's scout push way forward, or at least a fresh one. And up north, there's a not so fresh red scout slicing up some villagers. You got these skirmishers now engaging. The villager up there is likely going down. Too busy microing down here. Those lose a villager there. Another one's getting hit. Spearman trying to stab that scout. Does go down there. Red's down to 2 archers now. This villager may go down as well. Blue archers being focused on by some red skirmishers. Red skirmishers are engaging blue skirmishers. And overall, red was on the low ground there. It does take another villager there. So right now, the villager count is in favor of red by 3 now. That scout does get shanked. And now we do have these forces starting to engage each other. Red's force is quite wounded. Does pick off the archers there and doing a great job of micro. So overall, red is punching above his weight at the moment. Does have now the high ground advantage. That goes down there. That one goes down. Goes roll a miss there. Rolls a miss there. Red scout now pushing way forward. May want to start slicing up those archers, but the skirmishers are doing a good job of that. Red's not going for just a single villager. If I look over here, red has a good reserve of food. He's about to get research castle. Blue is not going for castle. And blue has a superior force on the field. Seeing this minimal force here, it may give him an idea that his opponent is going for castle age at the moment. Archers now eyeing for a counterattack. Castle age now in the build queue, so red needs to start eyeing. He sees all these skirmishers. He needs to build some more skirmishers rather than archers. He's going for some skirmishers now. Very, very nice. Has these archers here, but of course, they can't do much versus these big wave skirmishers. He does have a palisade wall there, so the skirmishers will take a very long time to pitch away against that archer range. Does get that guy out of there, not sorting them up, and now Blue starting advancing forward. And does take out that archer on the high ground. The red is on the high ground there, gains with extra bonus damage. Skirmishers and archers right now have the same range, 5 range, but once red gets a castle age, he's able to get some increased range benefits. Blue is not building anything at the moment. Got enough, oh wait, Blue does not have enough gold. He's far from enough gold. He cannot go for castle age right now. His economy is not being properly microed. In fact, there's idle villagers here. Now that makes it so red will have a massive castle wage duration advantage, because blue is still not collecting gold. Blue is just not collecting enough gold. Now collecting gold there, he's going to be severely out-teched for a very long time. Red could either capitalize on military strength or economic. Red's going to have the ball in his court very, very soon. And red is Ethiopians. Let's see. Let's take another look at Ethiopians. Shotel Warriors. Are Shotel Warriors a fast-moving infantry? I can't remember what exactly is their benefits. They do, of course, have access to camels, and they're going to be useful versus Elitis. But that's... let's see. He can't get heavy camels later. He can't get bloodlines, though, so his stuff will not be as strong as one would like. But he may be eyeing for archer. Yeah, got crossbowmen, no bottom arrow being researched, going for some single knights. Some single knights will be excellent for this force. But no bloodlines will hurt. Well, technically hurt less because there'll be more dead. We do now have the knight advancing forward with only 100 health. Means he will sustain 20 less hits. Suppose the archer can do 2 damage rather than just 1 damage at the moment. Got crossbowmen here. Blue's force is being cleaned on up. That knight's doing some excellent work. This handful of knights are going to be very, very good at dealing with these skirmishers. As a spearman here, the crossbows, of course, can take them out. And knights generally do win 1v1 versus spearmen, though I can't remember if that's with or without bloodlines. Because most civilizations have access to bloodlines. You're now castle age for blue. Oh, he must have got that bit quicker than I would imagine. I thought he was still pretty far away on blue, on gold, and not sure what double I means, but I think that maybe just miscast GG or something. I don't know. Either way, this and grade saying, "Thank you for watching. On to the next replay." Yep, that miscalculation of the economy, lack of gold, did play a big problem. Malians versus Franks. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Heroes, not Company Hero, Age of Empires 2 replay. How did I get Company Heroes out of that? It's on the right side as the red Malian with OSOCT. On the left side as the Cyan Franks with EZO. Let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses. Malians, they're infantry civilization. Buildings cost 15% low, 15% wood. Ugh, I'm butchering everything. And that's going to be very useful. That's just going to be useful at all stages of the game. Barracks units, plus 1 Pierce Armor starting fuel age, so they're a bit more geared and dealing with archers, but he's fighting against Franks. They're more of a scouts. This one's going to pull out scouts. He knows he's probably experienced, he's probably going to pull out scouts against this situation. And villagers drop off 15% more gold. The Malians' economic bonuses are actually very, very good. Plus 50% more gold, which makes it so 15% faster gathering without 15% less depletion. And the cheaper structures are going to be very, very useful. And he's going to be even eyeing a militia rush. We do, of course, the unique unit Gabeto is a fast-moving knife or axe-throwing infantry unit. Unique tech is Tigwell, a very worthless research of councils can fire arrow on garrison. And Farambia, cavalry gets +5 attack, which is going to be very useful. Team bonus. Universities work 80% faster. We've now got the scout advancing forward, we've got the militia advancing forward as well. They do club that line like clubbing seals. Got the single scout harassing his opponent. And of course, let's go ahead and now cover the Franks. Franks, generally a pretty popular faction. They're known for heavy cav. Cavalry civilization. Castles cost 50% less. Cavalries get plus 20% more hit points starting feudal age. They don't have access to bloodlines, but this will surpass Bloodlines. Mill technologies are free, 4 years work 50% faster. Unique units, throwing axeman, which is another melee throwing infantry unit, but heavier than the Gabedo. Unique tax, bearded axe at +1 throwing range. Chivalry, sables work 40% faster. Bonus, knights have +2 line of sight, so they at least can see a little bit better. Not as good as scouts, but simply able to see better is generally pretty good for those knights, so they can start picking off villagers a bit more easily. Now I've got the militia advancing forward. Do we see man-at-arms research? We do not see man-at-arms research. So it's a harassment of these militiamen, nothing more. Now do got the scouts pushing forward at 54 health. And we'll now start engaging the militia. And since the scouts are much heavier, militia has 40 health, 4 damage. Scouts have 5 damage, 54 health. So they are superior in 1v1 versus militia. And he had 4 versus 3. And now do got this attack. 5 scouts push way forward. They will spot the relic. So that's going to be a pretty easy one to spawn. Oh, that's going to be really close. I'll leave these guys selected so we see who wins the stabbing war. I think it's the guy with the big pointy stick will win the stabbing war. You know how the town center could get some damage there. Spearmen are still stabbing away. The stabbing war is almost concluded. And red wins. He's the fastest stabber in the west. Or east. He's on the right side of the map. Does go ahead and take out that spearman there. Does take out 1 scout in return, which is good because there's now 5 scouts inside of his walls. Now he's trying to pull out some emergency housing. Scouts will now push way forward. Does have the gold line protected, and now the wood line is going to receive massive damage. It's going to lose some villagers here. Villagers standing and fighting. Does lose 1 villager there. 2 villagers does go down. And the spear does get some pokes there. 2 scouts go down as well. Right now the villager count is in favor for Cyan by 2. And looks like these scouts are not walled in all the way. Multiple villagers walled in themselves there, so there's a lack of mining time there. And sees these 3 villagers there. Now he's going to try to break open the crusty exterior to get the nice, soft, juicy interior. And he decides to break out of his shell. We've got some defensive spearmen here for red, or Cyan, not red. We do have some defensive spearmen over here. Let's I'm just all selecting villagers. He only has 1 spearman on the field, is not a whole lot. We got these scouts as well as some spearmen, and as well as an archer. Don't push on forward. Right now, Red's only deploying out the villagers. He knows there's a lot of scouts in the field that did escape out under there. He needs to pull out some more spearmen, honestly. Looks like I got some homewreckers now trying to break their way in. Spearman will find a good angle there. Does poke 1 of these scouts there. Does get 1 scout there. Now being focused on down. Get some good damage on another. Got some more housing put on the field for these homewreckers. And now this lion is going to be eating that archer. Alive. Alive. My voice just cracked. Ow. We do not have the barracks receiving some fire. This villager has been actually sort of been trapped there, so maybe repairing up that barracks would be a good idea, but I think it's been Mr. Alid. I had him as his designated repair for the barracks. We'll buy him some time there. No spearman still. He's really going to hold it off, but the villager here is not repairing. There he goes. Now starts repairing up the barracks. The damage output is... Actually, I can't tell if I think it's going to be repaired at the exact same rate as the damage received. Nope, and there we go. Does take out the villager there with those archers. Got more housing there. He's going to be banding the these berries and this farm, or to abandon that farm. The village account is there for Cyan, 39 to 34, and it's going for Castle Age now. We do have a stable on the field. He's going to go for some knights, I'm assuming. Maulians. They can get bloodlines. Maybe a camo rather than a knight at this point in time. Knight would probably be a little bit better, isn't it? Yeah, knight. Just a lot of archers there as well, so knight would be better than the camels. There's a good number of archers now pushing way forward, trying to hit that wood line. That villager will escape out of there. And now Castle Age is almost complete. That lumber mill sprite just changed. Either we got bloodlines now being researched at about the same right before Castle Age. Very, very good. You got some melee armor being researched as well for the horsies. And what is Cyan doing at the moment? His Castle Age just started, going for some more archers as well. Castle Age not complete. He needs to get out some knights as soon as possible. Maybe rally in 2 knights in here. There's a lot of spearmen here, so maybe 3 knights are needed. We got 2 knights being queued on up. There is another stable back here. It does have now 2 knights full in the field. Maybe get these guys rallied on in. And right now, Cyan has trapped himself to a corner, but he still has significant force here. It would take more than probably, I think 4 knights is a good enough number. And now the red knights are pushing forward. Does delete some of those walls there. Pushing forward. The spearmen have not been rallied forward. Knights are receiving quite a bit of fire there. Oh, almost all the scouts are down. Spearmen now stabbing their way forward. He's stutter-stepping the Mike archers away. Trying to get some hits there. He does have fletching. And red does force back the engagement. Red right now is a bit low on food. 100 stone, so I think it's a town. Yep, the second town center has been queued on up. He needs more food at the moment. Right now, he does not have enough food for his villager production. He, of course, can clear up these berries. He has lost the mill there, and now we've got Castle Age for Cyan. Got a sizable archer spearman force there. He may be eyeing for... He's going for pikeman research, not crossbowman research first. And going for some wheelbarrow. Knights now streaming on forward. We'll find this single villager there. Village count is 42-43, so red will manage to stabilize the village account there. Now it's 43-42. This wood line could be engaged across the town center. Needs to get these villagers inside the town center. There are no crossbow research at the moment, so these archers are not going to be any more powerful right now. Nor is Bodkin air research. He's not eyeing for crossbow research. I think he wants to try to convince his opponent to go for things that are counter, maybe skirmishers, and then transition to his own spearmen. Maybe feigning a archer-based play right now, and spearman and pikeman-based play. Is that even a thing? Feigning archer? Actually, no. Oh, no. Yeah, it may be a possibility that you're trying to feign mass archers to go from feign the crossbow transition. Though there's also things of sort where Spanish deploying archers in the feudal age, which are not half bad. They're equivalent to your opponent's archers, they just can't get crossbowmen research. Bulgarians are the same way. Archers now back. His force has broken on through. The pikeman still poses mass threat there. Does take out the villager there. Very, very nice. Still no crossbow research there. Hazard getting some great arrow fire there. While this force is oh so wounded and doesn't get any more damage right there. Knights have breached. But he does not, and they have breached. Monk does give himself a free knight, but does get taken out there. Though Red's now only down to 1 knight on the field, and surely a good idea to trade a monk for a knight, because a knight is worth over 100 resources, though it does cost more gold for a monk. And if he would have got that conversion off there, that would have been great, because that would be a free knight. Another town center being pulled out by the Maulians. And the red knight does go down. Red does have some knights over here. Very, very wounded. Looks like that force has been cleaned up. Sorry, I sort of missed all of that. I'm pretty sure these knights did most of the work. They had a lot of wounded stuff there, so they have a lot of blood on their blades. And they're not Lahir because this is the Frank player. You have some Scorpions being put on the field, which will be used versus the Pikemen Archers. But right now, Science going for an unusual composition of Pikemen Knight, which, if his opponent continues to pursue Knight-based play and maybe Camels, the Pikemen make sense. The Franks are known to basically just go for straight up Knight, Scout, and all that sort, so they can be easily countered by mass Camel and Spearmen. So his opponent mixing Pikemen of his own will help counter I noticed a lot of Camel-based play and recent replays. So him mixing these Pikemen makes some good sense there, and finding a free Scorpion kill there will protect his Pikemen. Do not have a monster now pulled up by Red. Maybe trying to go for some conversion there, so we do now got our first Camel here, but being stabbed to death by a Pikeman. Does keep it alive there, does keep the breach there, going for some conversions there, and does grab himself the higher health Camel and immediately betrays and stabs his buddy. Nice out Charger 4, overrunning the Scorpions. And now Red has a very, very small force on the field. He's been skipping out his military for a little bit too much, honestly. He knew about the Knights, and now he's going to be facing a lot of aggression from these Knights. Camel's charging forward, stabbing some villagers there. Doesn't have any way to get these guys inside the town center as well. Right now, the villager count is in favor by Cyan by a significant margin, 84 to 71. Forward housing. Best way to put a house right in the middle of a battlefield. It will provide some passive vision there for a cheap price. Cyan has a monk here. I'm not sure. Oh, he must have. That's one of the ones that must convert a camel. And he does not get the conversion off there in time. And now Red's starting to produce a large number of camels. Red's also now firing a town center here just in order to secure up this gold deposit. Very, very nice. It's going to need more camels there, as well as some perhaps pikemen of his own. Archers and skirmishers want to hurt as well. Help engage those pikemen. Now do here another conversion there onto the camel. He does not grab himself a scout there. Will not get stabbed either. Ooh, Cyan's advanced support of a whole bunch of villagers. That is Cyan's castle there. He's eyeing for a very forward castle. He knows about the town center there now. Got a very large number of knights here. Red has a significant number of monks here. I'm not sure how many knights he may have claimed. I just only see the one at the moment. Yep, we do see 2 knights have been converted there. Now Cyan's villagers pushing forward. He does have a significant escort force here, pikemen and knights. He's done a great job of those, deploying a pikeman to escort his knights. Escort his knights. The pikemen can just charge in forward and fight a pretty good screen because camels cannot deal with pikemen whatsoever. Red's town center was interrupted, not cancelled yet. I got this forward castle here. Now Red's going to go for his own emergency castle there. Cyan's will go up first, but Red's throwing more villagers there, so they will have a very similar construction time there. And Cyan's even going for forward siege workshops and battery rams would be quite nice. Here's some conversions up here. I'm not sure what got converted. And now got castles not going about nearly the exact same time there. Siege workshop, Cyan's villagers need to back out of the region. He can't throw stuff inside the castle there to get extra arrows, and Red does back out of the game now. Excellent use of these pikemen. I think Frank player going for these pikemen is probably what won him the game. other than power play with the castle. But I really am putting a lot of emphasis on these pikemen here because it seems like I see a lot of replays where the Franks just build only knights and scouts, and they get crushed by camel-based play. So he's learned to adapt and mix in some big stabby poking spears. Either way, this is Adam Gray saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the left side as the red Japanese, we have 4 Alantos. Spawn on the right side as the Cyan Portuguese, we have My Troke Hin 1994. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Nor really this one name either. Either way, let's go ahead and cover each player's civilization bonuses. Japanese, generally the general purpose faction with an excellent infantry civilization. Fishing ships are completely worthless on this map, so I won't be covering that. Mills, lumber camps, and mining camps cost 50% less, so it's cheaper to... It's nice. Primarily gives you a lot of value for your lumber camps, honestly, the most, since you tend to deploy those the most. And perhaps you can always pull out extra camps, other mining camps and mills, just in case if you need to get more coverage on something. Infantry attack 33% faster starting the feudal age, which is very, very nice. One of the most powerful infantry bonuses there is. Unique units is samurai, and anti-unique unit, Unique text, Yasuma, tower shoot extra arrows, Kataparo, trebuchets fire fast and pack faster. They pack so quickly they can actually do no damage after they fire a shot. Now we got militia rush now being flown in the field, so just a pair of militia. And his 33, and there we go, now they attack faster. And team bonus, galleys, that's worthless, don't worry about that. We've got the scalpers before, the militia, we've got some souped up militia advancing forward. Alright, ready to club some of these villagers. Portuguese, naval and gunpowder civilization. All units cost 20% less gold. Very, very nice bonus there. Ships, no, don't worry about that. Warriors generate additional wood for their food, so it makes their warriors actually much more valuable. You don't get the same amount of food income, but the fact you get a bit of wood along with it, so, because usually berries have like the least slowest gathering rate of all the food sources, but having 50% of your gather rate also provides a little bit of wood, makes it actually pretty valuable. Let's see. And of course, a bit of Federitas. The Orc unique units, Organ Gundams, not really a unique unit I like. Unique text, Carax, ships get +1/+1 armor. Arquebus, gunpowder units fire more accurately, and technology research 25% faster. Do have some archers now being blown up by Cyan. Of course, the archers are cheaper in gold cost. And the Japanese players now eyeing for some of his own archers as well. The Japanese player could eye getting archers. He can get up to arbalists as well. He has all access to all blacksmithing technologies barring the final horse armor. So Bethesda does not approve of them. But the thing is, well, they also get both Thundering and Parthian tactics and heavy cav archers. The heavy cav archers are fully fully upgradable, which can make them pretty good at hunting down other archers and arbalists in the Imperial Age when they get fully teched up. So do not doubt the Japanese heavy cavalry archers. You can start going for them in Castle Age as well as a faster harassment unit, but in Imperial Age they can get up to decent levels. Overall, Castle Age heavy archer or cavalry archers are not that great, but Imperial Age cavalry archers, they're actually very, very powerful. Militia now gain some damage onto them. He of course does spot the archers now, so he has time prepared. Maybe going off of some of his own scouts as well as his own archers. And now you got the lion being shot up by those archers. And that archer does go down now. over here. Red's archers advancing forward. He has 4 of them. Gets some great volleys on the village on the scout without it really withdrawing. And actually getting damage on the scout is very important in dealing with these archers. Sign has a massive wave of archers here right now. 7 to play on the field. Takes out the scout as well. Red's doing a great job. Micro's archers has fletching. Sign does not, so he does have the range advantage. Is Sign's fletching on the way? No, Sign's fletching is not on the way. So Red, if you would take time to click on one of these guys and take a look at them, he could realize that he can perhaps just try to get some good first strike damage there. But Red is backing out the region. Sign's going for more archers now. Red's also going for more archers. He needs to generally fall back. He's just outnumbered. Does have this 4 force there. And perhaps get on the high ground here. Right here should be a good spot to fight from. Sign now has his fletching upgrade. Did I click on look for the fletching upgrade right as he finished it? Maybe. Overall, Sign's getting some better damage right there. Red has 7, Sign has 7, and overall Sign is in a better position in health-wise. Sign's now just going to be a defensive on top of that hill. Red's going to be defensive on top of this hill. And Sign now has 11 archers here. 2 more archers being pulled up by the Japanese players. So we got 9 versus 11. Berry Burst is not being claimed. Sign started pushing forward. Red may... looks like Sign's completely walled off. So Red's archer's going to be running to a wall. Sign's archer's currently running to a wall. Unless there may be an opening there. But I think this dead tree will protect it. He's a great damage there on the palisade walls there. This one's now being hit as well. He's using the high ground damage there. Well, he still does 1 damage per arrow. Red's villager is trying to deploy on market there. That does give a... And there you go. She moved on the far side as well in order to avoid any archer fire. Red Scout now trying to poke some holes in this house. Got 2 red archers up here as well. You now have some skirmishers up on the field by Cyan. Very, very good. Does use a bit of high ground damage there. Now he's on the... Now he's going to be receiving low ground damage. Or said low ground damage. And you got another mark on the field. He's trying to really keep this area secure. And with this stuff built, he will get outrange there, but the mark still has a good amount of health there. Red's archers maybe eyeing for a flank. He's still outnumbered. And now we've got a good wave of archers here as well. We've got 5, another 7, so that's 12 archers, but a larger number of them wounded. Only a couple of Signs wounded. Villager counter is in favor of Red, 41 to 40. And Red does get the first strike there. Looks like both trading out relatively evenly. Got 2 going down there. Overall, Red looks like he will lose out to the lower health on his archers. But overall, he did whittle down Sign's force enough, so it doesn't really pose a mass threat anymore. Just a small threat. And some of these random archers are going to see some fire there. Does pick off one of them there. Very, very nice. 3 archers don't pose a massive threat to the villagers right now. Scout still trying to be a home wrecker. And he's failing at it. Nor is it catfishing out any sort of response. Okay, that's enough of that. A lot of jokes. You got these forces. Sign has a massive force here. Red is going for his castle age right now. Now would be a good time to transition to some more, not the cavalry archers. Cavalry archers in this stage game has no inherent pierce armor. So it's probably better to go for a knight-based play or scout or light cavalry-based play. I don't think archer-based play would be good unless he's going for a mass skirmisher-based play. He's getting a good number of archers. That could be useful as well. Get tech advantage. And Cyan now reaches castle age as well. So Bodkin Arrow and Crossbowman research should be out very shortly. Yep, they're on the build queue. Red seems like he's like slightly behind. Science even now pulling out some nice spell. No villager production at the moment, so that's a little bit of an oversight there. And Red does not have villager production either. Do not have a crossbow now firing away against these palisade walls, trying to build a market. A Bodkin arrow takes out that, will take out that villager relatively quickly. Market has some health there, he's going to stick the high ground. Got Bodkin arrow research. And crossbowman research now completed. Got 15 forces here. 11 which are archers. Red only has 6, but does use the high ground there to his advantage, but largely getting missed. And now the side skirmishers are just going to try to hit those crossbowmen as the archers are advancing forward. Against good hits there. A large number of Red's archer villagers starting going down. More crossbowmen here. Single Red assigned knight now advancing forward, which can really hit Red's archer crossbow force. We've got these villagers now eyeing for the bit of gold. They're going for our big wave of crossbowmen as well, and getting these crossbowmen picked off like this is not a good idea. There's another villager there. Sign now has 44 to 40 villagers. Gonna go for another towns up there to help him keep this area secured. He leads those houses there to simply get out of this region. He's not getting out of the garrison just yet. He has 13 out of 15 there. Finds a good volley of arrows. Red's crossbowman finds a miss there. Gets some hits there. Sign's fighting for the high ground. Oh, got the something going down there. Those are some, maybe a single archer or crossbowman. Knights and skirmishers getting some hits there on some of these villagers. Knight in a defensive stance at the moment. And now trying to hit some of these villagers. We'll take out that one crossbowman firing away against that knights. Sign's archer force here does get cleaned up, but got more knights now being put on the field. Remember, the Japan does get better spearman line, faster stabbing rate, which will be useful versus these knights. He can get up the halberdier as well. The only thing the Japan's lineup doesn't allow is wing of the hussars and the paladins. Paladins are relatively rare. Hussars are quite common, but light cavalry are still pretty good. They're not. The hussar upgrade doesn't improve the light cavalry that much. It does improve them to a noticeable amount, though. 46 to 50. Sign currently has just the one town center. So Sign only has the one town center at the moment. University not being put field. So give enough time, Red will catch up his villager count. Or switch over here. Yep, one villager queue at the moment, so Red will have that advantage for the time being. He's good hits there. Does wall in this area for a moment, and does get some high ground damage there. Does take up those knights now. More crossbowmen here. Got 6 versus 7. Gain some volleys there onto these knights. Knights still pose a massive threat to these crossbowmen. Getting some hits there. Knights charging forward. Getting some damage onto these crossbowmen now. Getting some hits there on these crossbowmen. These crossbowmen are advancing on forward. And Red does lose some more villagers there. Down to 51. Sign currently has no additional villager queues at the moment. And now the mining camp is being under hit, but it does have this gold collecting. This one does have more gold available to be mined. Red has a good number of crossbowmen here. Science going for more and more knights. Red needs to pull in some more, just needs spearmen and pikemen at the moment. Not getting either, in fact not building any more crossbowmen. He may be eyeing to go for Imperial Age. No, he's pretty far from it. Does have another villager queue now. Looks like got some more defensive housing being put on the field, trying to hold back his opponent. He's also at pop cap at the moment. He does actually need to get these houses fully built, not just needed as a wall. Red's now trying to rebuild this wall over here with more housing. Some of these housing is now seeing some fire there. Crossbowmen. There's a lot of knights here. There's 9 knights. Takes out one of those knights now. More crossbowmen deployed in the field. Now going for some monks, which will be used versus knights. And these knights are in whole ground stance, which is not good. Some of these houses start to go on up. He does have enough population space now to blow out some more units. And overall, his lack of spearmen is causing some serious issue. He does have a barracks on the field. After all, he went for a militia rush, so he can't go for at least a single line of spearmen. A couple more villages to go down, 59 to 63. He does have, of course, 3 town centers. His opponent has just still the 1 villager queue at the moment. And he is going for more and more knights now. Got more force pushing me forward. Monk trying to go for conversion. Does claim himself a knight there. Now this monk will get overran. Does save that knight there. And now red or sign is eyeing for castle. There's only 1 villager there. That can be focused down. And now there's 4 villagers. Knights trying to push away forward as well. Gains good hits down these crossbowmen. This is starting to stutter step away. He's doing a good job with that. And town centers receive quite a bit damage. We've got more villagers here. So we do have right now, what was it? 6 villagers there building up a castle, which is a good build right there. All the crossbowmen has gone down. Does have some more villagers here. I just realized something. I hold shift and click on the player. That actually changes the person. Very, very nice. Good note. Do that more often. Does get inside the town center now. Red or Silence just still only has 1 villager queue there. With a knight to build a queue as well. Red right now still going for more crossbowmen. Now this town center is going to receive castle fire and will deny the use from all these farms for the time being. Red's now abandoning this region. Still needs more, needs spearmen, but now it needs some battering rams as well. Now it's trying to claim up some of this gold as well. Trying to go for a massive line of walls there. There is some gold deposit here as well, so red has multiple gold deposits he can work with. Trying to build some more housing there. The town center is firing away with arrow fire. Trying to duel it out, but the castle does do bonus damage to the structures if done correctly. And plus, it just generally have more health. 2,400 versus 4,800. And now do you have some organ guns being put on the field, eyeing to get some damage across these forces. Does take out that crossbow there. Organ guns push way forward. Get some sporadic damage on these forces. Nice, now pushing way forward as well. Crossbowmen trying to stop this force. Sign has still more villagers, even though red has been maintaining good villager production this entire time. Crossbow now advancing forward, taking out some of these knights. Organ gun now being overran by the captured converted knight. And red's still just going for villager production. We've got more villager production now for Cyan. 3 villager queues though now. So he has gotten 2 extra town centers. Magno push way forward should do some great damage for these crossbowmen. Red's now eyeing for a counterattack. And we got more Mangonels and Knights on the build queue. The Mangonels is being built over here. Red's just eyeing for more crossbowmen. Crossbowmen now advance forward. Some of these Knights are streaming on in, trying to hit the wood line. Mangonel and Organ guns push right forward. They got some good damage around this town center. And these villagers now seeing some hits there from these knights.
You can resign again.
Sign believes he has a game in the bag by taunting his opponent like that. Now these villagers are going down. He does have good enough crossbowmen here. He can't take up the palace and gain those crossbowmen. Houses are now being repaired on up. Got knights now hitting all these villagers as well. So red is down to 37 villagers. Science to 100. Yep, this game's over. And now, and all the villagers do get degarrisoned as well, and they will quickly be overran. 26 villagers. That's even the science town soldiers just getting protected. Yep, this game's pretty much over. Right now, science needs to start pulling out some battery rams, so do have the highest damage output versus these structures. Because right now it looks like Spoon's just not wanting to resign, and Sign does finally resign now. This end grade saying, "Think of watching on to the next replay." And that's why you change your build order if your opponent's going for something that has a clear obvious counter. He should have built up pikemen. He had at least one barracks for pikemen. Even just getting one production queue of pikemen would have been maybe sufficient. So overall, not very good gameplay there by the Japanese. Greetings everyone, and great here of another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the orange Malay. We have Maggie Warziri. And spawn on the left side as the Cyan Italian. We have Manding a ling a ling a ling a ling. A manding a ling a ling a ling. A ling. Either way, let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses. The Malay, they are naval civilization, in which there is some water here with some fishies there. Malay, advancing next stage is 66% faster, so that could allow you to get a couple extra villages squeezed out. Fishing traps cost 33% less and provide 3 times the amount of food, so go for fishing traps over farms, more cost efficient. Battle elephants cost 30% less than Castle Age and 40% less than Imperial Age. Infantry armor upgrades are free. And he can get, let's see, what's that battle elephants? Actually, I don't see it right there, battle elephant. Huh, weird. Wait, that's also grayed out as well. I think elite battle elephant, he can't get the elite battle elephant upgrade, just only the regular battle elephant. Got it. That may be a little bit bugged. It should be 2 slots there because elite and regular. By the way, the other upgrades is Cramped War, which is a dirt cheap infantry unit, which I believe costs a half population each. Unitex Thalakasi upgrades docks to harbors, which give defensive arrows, and Force Levy militia lines are replaced with additional food costs, making so your 2 swordsmen or trash units. And docks get additional line of sight bonus there. You now got some galleys and fire galleys now pulling the field. Fire galleys are, of course, a bit more effective in naval supremacy. Galleys a bit more effective versus engaging fire ships. Most people just generally go for fire galleys. Orange Fire's galleys now seems to fire there. Signs will likely go down as well. Now, while this is going on, let's cover up Cyan civilization benefits. Got 3 harbors here, 2 harbors for Cyan. The orange is going to really hit the Navy. Archer and naval civilization. Advancing each next stage costs 50% less, so faster versus cheaper. Cheaper probably is a little better, honestly. Docks University technology costs less as well. Fishing ships cost less, so that's very good for science. So both sides have very good naval benefits. And gunpowder units cost 20% less. Unique units Genoese crossbow, which is an anti-cavalry archer. Tornado arrow is an anti-gunpowder infantry unit, which can be an alternative to the 200 swordsman line. They're not effective as 200 swordsmen, but you don't have to pay any of the upgrade costs. And when you go across the Silk Road, trading units cost 50% less. Tornado arrows are of course available there. Passive foot archers and Continental get +1/+1 armor. Looks like Cyan may be winning out the Navy. He is trying to destroy the docks first and not hitting the fishing ships. He just wants to get rid of them. Right now, you got multiple galleys. He's just going straight galley. No. no fire galleys whatsoever. That's a little bit unusual. Got a house here. The Ford house, who would expect that? Why galley? He has no technologies that will provide him any benefits for the galleys. He has, of course, no real... He has fishing upgrades rather than anything that will provide some good engagement. He's going for fletching now. Very, very nice. Both players are in feudal age. And he's going for more and more galleys. He's just going to try to go for... Got mass galleys not pulling the field. And he is trying to... he's saying a lot of free damage there. These galleys need to start pushing way forward. His control was not very good, and now these fire ships just being general attack move forward, getting some great damage on these galleys there. This galley assault failed, and with that failing, he does back up the game now. If he were to split them out into 3 separate groups, I thought would have been a little bit better. I don't think rallying them all to one area was a good idea because he took so much extra damage from that. I think he needed to have 3 separate combat groups. But either way, this Android saying maybe he should have put out some watchtowers near the docks there to help provide some covering fire for them to come out. He probably should have done that. This Android saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Short replay. Greetings everyone, and great here, another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the red Mongols. We have Bad Trip. I'm looking at the wrong spot. As spawn the red Mongols, we have the Mongols. Spawn on the left side as the blue Malians. We have Sosoko Sergio. Let's cover each player's civilization bonuses. Malians, infantry civilization, buildings cost 50% less wood. Barracks can get +1 pierce armor per age. Starting feudal age, so up to 3 additional pierce armor, which is very effective versus the Mongols, who tend to rely on cavalry archers. They just drop off 50% more gold. He also gets all of his research as well, so he can get a lot of pierce armor infantry units. Cabedos, a fast-moving, knife-wielding, throwing infantry unit. Tigwell, a very worthless upgrade. Counts to fire its arrows well on garrison. Cambria, cavalry gets +5 tank, and universes work 80% faster. Mongols, a fan favorite civilization, honestly. They are, of course, a cavalry archer civilization. Cavalry archers fire 25% faster. Light cavalry hussars, Sith lancers get plus 30% hit points, and hunters work 40% faster, which is actually very good. Get some good food bonuses early on versus from early wood and gold. And I just realized something. We do got a militia rush there. Was not paying attention. Red Scout has gone down. Blue Scout still has plenty of health at the moment. And some of these now do have the man-at-arms on the field. The Mongols going for these man-at-arms or nice and early. But does go ahead and soft retreats away. Unique units of Magadai. The Magadai is an anti-siege cavalry archer. As well as generally being a little bit better than regular cavalry archers. Unique tech nomads. Lost house do not decrease headroom. And okay technology. And drill. Siege workshops units move 50% faster. Team boats, scout cavalry, light cavalry, and hussars get +2 on side, so they're much better at their job. He's going to push 1-4. He's trying to stab that wounded man-at-arms. It has 4 health, no pierce, no hack armor. The scout just needs to get 1 slice, and that man-at-arms is dead. That's a good kill there. You got some sheep and goats being collected over there. Blue Scouts now pushing way forward. We do have these men-at-arms trying to slice up the wall segment. Outline to go around. We do got a single archer here. He's starting to hit some of these villagers. Both trying to disrupt them from collecting stuff. You got a massive wave now. Skirmishers now pulling the field for blue. The skirmisher is still trying to find engagement on these men-at-arms. Archer does find a hit there. And skirmishers are going straight for that archer. Does get a volley of spears onto these man-at-arms. They do have only one inherent pierce armor, so if he gets fletching, he will have up to 2 damage per spear against these man-at-arms. He's currently not going for fletching, he's just going for more archers and villagers. And right now, these guys are on patrol move. These archers are trying to keep those skirmishers away from his town. Right now, we do have fletching being researched by Red. Red's eyeing for archers. Red also have 2 more archers in his opponent as well. Well, not archers, villagers as well. And it looks like Red's force is falling them back now. Fletching is now researched for Red. Blue does not have fletching at the moment, nor is it being researched. Wheelbarrow is now on the build queue as well. Relatively early wheelbarrow, isn't it? Looks like Blue's just going to be advancing on forward. Man-at-arms are falling back. And Blue's right now just eyeing for more archers. Red is going for more archers and more villagers as well. Pretty standard. And looks like these guys just being rallied in a single line. Got various archer and spearmen here for spawning purposes. And Red's archer will go down no problem. Does take out that 4 villager there. Red's archers and pair of man-at-arms push way forward. The man-at-arms going to be very useful versus those skirmishers. Though one of them is down to 2 health, and the fletching upgrade has not been completed, nor being completed. So these man-at-arms will still take 2 spear hits from these skirmishers. At least that wounded one. That's 2 hits. 1 damage per spear. Man-at-arms are now receive quite a bit of damage there. Does take out one of Blue's villagers. And without fletching as well, these archers will have less range than opponents. Blue's now going for fletching. The man-at-arms are charging forward as well. And will be focused down, no problem. Okay, some good hits there. Red has 4 archers remaining. There's currently 3 archers for Blue. Make that 2. He's doing a good job of focusing down.
Yes.
Oh. Wait, a sec please. I'm late, I have to finish fast. Can't wait. So it looks like Blue shouldn't be playing this game, and Red had to do something quickly, so they paused the game. So it looks like Blue needs to be aggressive before he gets backed out of the game. At this point in time, this game has basically started. He should have perhaps not have played the game without at least 30 minutes of time frame. Honestly, you shouldn't really play these games unless you have at least an hour of time before you have to leave. Because these games can go for an hour. 30 minutes is quite easy, 40 minutes is often, 50 minutes to an hour, a little less uncommon, but still, you gotta plan for the worst. And if it goes for that long, more or less the best. Let's get some good damage there. These forces now falling back. Red's archers still skirmishing around. Right now, Red does have a superior number of villagers, 39 to 34. And Red is currently backing on off. We got the archers and skirmishers push way forward and now push way back. Blue's now going for Castle Age, trying to go for a tech up. Red is almost, his Castle Age is almost complete. Also even queued up Town Watch. Red will likely start transitioning to Crossbowman once he gets to research, as well as get bottom from the arrow. He could actually start eyeing for a castle and get out his Magadai. Remember as well, the Maulians do have increased Pierce Armor barracks units. He can't get Gamerson, but can get supplies. And when he gets Castle Age, these infantry units will have 2 inherent Pierce Armor. So he could go for a Swordsman advance to engage these archers, because they will be, their damage output will shrink down quite minimal. Right now it's at 7 damage. Of course, we probably need to get some more Pierce Armor research. before I start trying to engage crossbow with man-at-arms and swordsmen. Crossbow and bottom arrows not being researched by blue. Crafts get the elite skirmisher upgrade as well. Takes out some of these spearmen as well. He's good hits there on these archer villagers. Takes out one villager there. Does miss the other one. And there's a bottom arrow and crossbow research for blue now. Right now we do have approximately 10 crossbowmen here versus just these 8. Overall, Red's is much more healthier, but blue does of course have some spearmen here. Do now have a monster now put on the field by blue. And Red's now trying to push on forward and get some damage here. Red is just backing on off. He can force his opponent to lose the game based on stalling since he has apparently has to leave. Blue has a significant force here. He could push his way forward. He may be a bit concerned about Red's build queue. Red right now is pulling out more Pierce armor as was getting some monks. He's not eyeing for any Magadai at the moment. Let's see. He's investing stone. I think he has a second town center being queued up as well. Teach workshop. There's the second town center. So soon he also has 3. Blue right now. Blue right now only has the 2, one being still being built. And Red does have a significant village advantage, and since he's going to have 3 town centers versus just the 2, he's going to have a more town center advantage, more villager advantage. Blue's not trying to push forward with some of these villagers trying to build another town center next to this coal deposit. Very nice. And Red does fight from the high ground there. Got a good number of crossbow here. Monk just picked up a relic. Blue's pushing forward has 19 crossbowmen, 1 skirmisher. There's only 12 crossbowmen here. Red is going for ballistics, very nice. And there's a Maganel on the build queue. That Maganel is going to be very important. And he is actually out of population space as well. This engagement will help him change that, but that Maganel not being built is very, very problematic. Because he needs that housing built as soon as possible because he needs this Maganel. There you go, Maganel's now on the build queue. Oops, I hit my microphone again. Over here, looks like the lion does find some bites there onto the knight. This knight can be very effective versus these crossbowmen if he gets in range. Crossbowman now advancing forward. We've got another teacher workshop here. With flushing, he does have, of course, outrange the fire of the town center. Does find the town center there. Does see some damage. And dancing around a little bit too much in front of it. The knight's still up here. We've got that crossbowman going on down. And blue does get forced back with his advancing force of crossbowmen. More blue crossbows being picked on off like that. Very good for red. Now red's starting to advance forward with these crossbowmen. Those crossbowmen is trying to pursue these red crossbowmen. There's 12 here, quite a large number of them wounded. Got these forces which way forward or backwards. Red is not going for anything at the moment. He may be eyeing for a castle age or imperial age at the moment. Does get some good hits there. Large number of red's crossbowmen does go down. The stone count is very high for red. He may be eyeing for a forward castle, a defensive castle for the Magadai. Does lose all those crossbowmen there quite easily. Red's military is down to the minimum. Over castle here, as well as defensive Maganel. He should be able to hold back against these crossbowmen. All depends on whether or not the Maganel finds a decent hit. Maganel has that range, or sight range. Keep is, or castle going up on the high ground. We got a 4th villager queue production there for red. So right now red is really skyrocketing ahead of his villager production. This castle is still trying to go up. He needs more villagers onto it. And his castle may get interrupted there. Blue is trying to hunt down these villagers. Got a single knight. The knights need to charge him for the Maganels. Finds a good volley there. Villagers do back off into the town center. Now pushing forward, needs to get this guy collect the gold to start building that castle. He needs his castle up as soon as possible. Oh, great Maganel shots there. One more villager push way forward. Villager is going to be reducing it. One villager is a soft cap on building. Every additional villager will diminish the production rate. Takes out the crossbow as well. Does take up that Maganel. Got some crossbow here. The keeps almost complete. 97. Finds a body on the villagers and does go down. He keeps now up. Now trying to produce some Maganite. Imperial Age on the way as well. He needs perhaps maybe a little bit more stone. Going to get out some more Magadite. He could go for some heavy cavalry research, such as the Parthian tactics. As well as get some heavy cav archers that supports Magadite. Science now going for his own castle as well. Got wheelbarrow or handcart for blue. For red. For blue, right now he's just going for villager production. I think there's his own Imperial Age now, so red will get Imperial Age much quicker than his opponent. Maganite going to be very useful versus those Maganels that blue may deploy on out. Fast forward a little bit. Those both sides just keep going up, reducing, and all that sort. And do got another keep now being pulled up by the, or castle being pulled up by the Mongols. Trebuchet is now being pulled on the field for red as well. And now here comes the Magadai. There is a watchtower here, interesting enough. Magadai do have currently 2 pierce armor. Watchtower does have 7 attack. May find an opening there to hit those villagers, but does not. This area is completely walled on off. Over here we do have, looks like a good number of skirmishers on the field. Very, very nice. You got some Maganels, or yeah, Maganels here to support the Magadais. And now the trebuchet seems to fire there. Will take quite a bit of damage. It says 50 pierce, 150 pierce armor. Magadai push way forward. They do have 7 range there. Great hit there by the Maganel. Finds another deadly hit there. Some of these Magadai are starting to go on down. That's good hit there. Single knight push way forward. Red has a single knight of his own. Does take that one out as well. Huh. 30% hit points while King still have access to bloodlines. So that makes his stuff pretty heavy in comparison to the Frank stuff, but can't get that from Knights as Paladin. They take out all those villagers there. Very, very nice. Trebuchet now seems to fire there, trying to make a breach there. If he breaks open the barracks, that will allow his Magadai to go in and hit those villagers. Got more Magadai here. Blue now has a Trebuchet now sieging down Red's castle. Do now have the, is it the, yeah, Light Cavalry, that's the Hussar upgrade as well. Bit of gold being claimed down here. Got a bit of a trap war now raining on in. Just got chemistry research for the Mongol player as well. You can buy the burning effect. Mongolian player looks like he's going for his Cavalier research as well as some melee attack for his knights. As for some elite skirmishers will be decent for some Magadai. Right now I don't think Red's production, okay, he's just going straight for his Hussars. Hussars of course have the increased health, would be an excellent frontline unit, especially for the skirmishers. Will have a bit of trouble for the knights, which his opponent is Mullins, where they can get +5 attack for his cavalry. Whoops, I hit my microphone again. freeze are going on down. You monster. Now Huzzards pushing forward, engaging the Cavaliers. No Paladin research. Can you get Paladin research? No, we cannot get Paladin research. Now you got the Light Cavalry engaging the Cavaliers, or the Huzzards versus the Cavaliers. Some of these skirmishers are being picked up off by the castle, which is very important. Church gets great hits there on the castle. Castle being prepared on up, and blue does castle GG. The Light Cavalry just overwhelming his opponent in sheer numbers. And that is the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. And I think Blues realized that he's late, he's not going to win the game, so he's back out game early. Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. As well on the left side as the red Berbers, we have Shun TW. Settlement for Total War. On the bottom right side as the Saracens, we have Koya. Oh yeah, I think. Oh yeah? I just all see yeah. But let's go and cover each player's civilization bonuses. The Berbers, they are a cavalry and naval civilization. Villagers move faster, 5% in Dark Age, 10% in Feudal Age, which does actually increases the resource income by a small margin. This actually is quite nice. Stable units cost 50% less in Castle Age and 20% less in Imperial Age, and ships move faster. That's not going to be useful. Unique unit is a Camel Archer, unique Cavalry Archers, and a Genitura is a Mounted Skirmisher. Unique text, Kabosh. Team Castle walk 25% faster. Marked by Camels. Camels regenerate faster or regenerate health. And Genitors available in the archery starting in Castle Age. We got some militia now being blown up with blue. And of course the Saracens. Saracens are camel and naval civilization. Market traits cost only 5%, so we reduce how to put it. Trade penalty for the markets. Markets cost less wood as well. Transport ships not important. Galleys not important. And camels get plus 10% hit points. Unique unit is a Mameluke, which I believe is a knife sword throwing camel unit, if I remember correctly. Zealotry unit, camel units get plus 20 hit points. Counterweights, trebuchets, and Maginot Line gets plus 15 attack, which makes your Maginots even more powerful. Team bonus, foot archers get plus 2 attack versus buildings. It's a bit of a meme research, but could be useful versus the palisade walls. That's about it. And housing walls. Militia now trying to bash down the said palisade wall there. Maybe he should use arrows instead. Militia right now has 4 attack. There's 2 hack armor the palisade wall. It will allow them to do 2 damage per smash. Per club. Going fast on forward. Militia now advancing forward once again. Trying to hack down some more of these wall segments. Red has gotten his Feudal Age. Blue is going for his now. And villager production. Red is signed for villager production. He's going to be ignoring the militia. And it looks like Red Scout will go down. And I think the Blue Scout was on hold ground stance there, so he didn't actually automatically pursue the Red Scout to kill him off. Which I believe he could have killed him off if he was in the hold ground stance. Starting to hack down this barracks. Is starting to deploy out some spearmen. As well as some scouts. And getting horse call as well. So those guys going for some early farms. Blue right now is just going for more villagers. He's only being aggressive with these forces, which is doing a good job keeping his opponent contained. He's starting to wall on in. And now he does take out that scout there. He does have, of course, defensive spearmen. He's thinking blue will go for cavalry. And that militiamen will go down. And that one goes down as well. Do now have some palisade walls now being deleted there. He maybe I need to throw some more guys in the berry bushes. He's starting to pull out some farms as well. He's starting to invest into it. Now I do have these lines of palisade walls going on up. He will be fully walled in once those are fully built. He does not have stone in his initial outcropping of walls, but that should be fine. We got multiple red scouts pushing way forward as well, and blue is now has got his fletching and going for archers and spearmen. Blue now maybe eyeing for being a bit more defensive for the time being. Villager count is in favor of blue by 28 to 27.
What's that?
We do now have this spearman going down. Then you get a stab on this spearman here. Down south, we've got these scouts pushing forward, but we've got the enough defensive spearmen to keep these scouts from pre-sieging forward. The archers now making their attack. Right now, they put a fletching upgrade. They do 5 damage. The inherent pierce armor of Loom gives these villagers 2 pierce armor. And the houses there will come on up, but he does delete that house immediately. He's trying to abandon the region in order to get these villagers away from those archers. He could go ahead and start tasking them on that wood line there. Does task some of them onto this wood line once again. Does have a handful of skirmishers here. Doesn't have fletching at the moment. Wheelbarrow now on the build queue for blue. Red is going for skirmishers only. And red does not have enough food for Castle Age right now, so I think there's a bit of a miscue there for his villager production. He has plenty of food, so I think there's a error on red's side and not building more villagers, which is very important. No, he's going to, I think he's trying to quickly gather up enough food. I think he's going to be focused straight for castle. I think we're going to see a fast castle. Blue right now, wheelbarrow is almost complete. His food income's going on up. Now we do have red now pulling out some villagers as well, so I think he realized, like, didn't have enough food stored up for that. This scout maybe pinned into the corner there. Does see some stabs there. Almost goes down. I got the villager stabbing away against the spearman. Spearman has 3 attack, no hack armor, and 45 health. Villager has 3 attack, 1 hack armor, and 40 health. So overall, it looks like a villager is better than a spearman. Not sure about attack speed wide, however.
What's that?
Spearmen now patrolling around. Multiple spearmen, scouts patrolling around. Neither side really being aggressive. A lot of red scouts are also wounded, so you're just using them to scout around. Going fast forward time being, looks like both players are researching. Do not wheelbarrow for red. Blue's Castle Age is almost up. Red's is on the way. And now we do got crossbow and bodkin arrows for research. Oh, there's a massive amount of forces right there. Right now, Blue's village production is behind his opponent. This Castle Age is almost up and going. Finds a good shot there. And remember as well, he's Saracen. His archers can actually do some damage versus these houses. Winner, will it allow to overcome the pierce armor? I think that was a pair of... I think it does do 3 damage per arrow, not just 2 extra damage to be countered off by the massive pierce armor. Now the Saracen building damage there does actually do some great work there, allowing these crossbowmen to make a breach. Now they've entered the breach there. Oh, look, some turtles. Will we actually see somebody claim the turtles on this map? You never see them actually get claimed. You got some hits there on that palisade wall. It will go down very quickly, doing 50 damage per volley, which is 5 damage per arrow. Very, very nice. It's great kills on these villagers, picking off 3 of them immediately. Skirmisher does go down. Do of course have bloodlines now being reached as well. He was going to try to overwhelm this one with cavalry. Those crossbowmen may find some good angles there, getting some good hits there on these villagers. These villagers not backing off from this region. And red does back of the game now. This is great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Burmese versus Turks. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. So on the right side as the Burmese, we have Salted Pepper. So on the left side as the Turks, we have Andre, Duai. This will cover each player's civilization bonuses. The Burmese, they are Monk and Elephant Civilization. Lumber Camp technology is free. Infantry gets +1 attack per age, sword and field age, which makes them pretty effective there. Elephants get +1/+1 armor. Monster technology costs 50% less. Unique units are ran by ranged cavalry, which is like a dart throwing unit that's generally pretty inaccurate. Unique attacks, Howdah. Elephants get +1/+1 armor. Maher cavalry gets +5 attack versus archers, make them more effective as a counter unit. And of course, the relic, able to spot relics in the beginning of the game. So now, you can't go fast castle, get out a fast monk to get those relics claimed. Turks, gunpowder units. They're a gunpowder civilization. Gunpowder units can have +50% hit points, which is very nice. You've got some militia now being put on the field. Researching gunpowder technology costs 50% less. Chemistry is free. Gold mines work 20% faster. Scout, light cavalry, and hussars get +1 pierce armor. Light cavalry and hussar upgrades are free, so make them a pretty good scout civilization as well. Unique unit is Janissary, a castle age hand cannoneer. Unique text, Sapah. Cavalry archers get +20% health, +20 health. Artillery, +2 range on bombard towers, bombard cannons, and cannon galleons. Team bonus, gunpowder units pay 25% faster. Militia now making the way forward as well. Burmese eyeing the clubs and forces. Remember as well, he does get +1 attack starting the feudal age. Just going for this militia rush there. And oh wait, feudal age is not even close for red. He's one late to loom as well. We got a relatively late feudal age right now. But is there onto those militia of the town center? Looks like this militia rush will be locked down. Militia are far too wounded to even engage villagers. Got 2 health. 1 shank villager will take that out, and 6 health. 2 shanks will take him out. Trying to close on these villagers now, and shanked. That militia rush did not work out. Now feudal age is on the build queue for red. He does of course have a superior number of villagers thanks to that. I think he just got lucky with that. As far as I can tell, town center arrows are not necessarily faster. Maybe they are more accurate as well. They provide more protection. That ain't good. But it looks like right now, red has more villagers as opponent. Feudal age is still being researched. There's feudal age now, so now the village count is quite similar. You now have these scouts push way forward. Red does take kind of wall off everything. It's a nice little shape there, very geometric. Not this garbage right there. This looks ugly. This looks nice. I don't know why. If it makes a complete circle like this, even though it's not a full circle, it's more of an oval. And protect against sea bear attacks. I sort of like the look of it. This just looks ugly. Of course, that doesn't mean much. It means also that blue has better positioning of his natural trees than his opponent, where red had to build an additional line of palisade walls to get a full wall in. Scouts now push away forward from both sides. Red scout will find those walls there. There's an opening here. Gold is now being claimed by blue, and his gold deposits are forward of his town center, which means he has to be a bit more aggressive to claim this gold. Well, red has his side gold deposit there, and a bit more safer off to the side. Scouts trying to chase on the scout. We got some a spearman here to stab some blue scouts. Could perhaps get some good damage there. And does not get stabbed there. Red's now pushing forward with a pair of archers as well. More housing, very nice. And now the scout is trying to push it forward. May get some hits there onto these archers, but it's going to go on past. You have a watchtower being pulled out here. Very, very nice. He knows that gold is relatively exposed, so going for a watchtower there can help his villagers stay alive. Or at least not dead. Red scout's falling back. Got some more archers here. 3 archers versus the 2. And does have now the watchtower now. Does get some good hits there on the spearman, and the spearman does go down. Red may just need to back off of the region because that watchtower does provide some good safety for blue. Blue scout does see some fire there. Blue's archers try to hit the red scout. We have now 4 archers for red. The tower has 8 range, while the archers have 5. He does have fletching. And there's looks like 4 tiles to this gold deposit here. So if he gets any closer, the tower may be in range. And right now, looks like they're on a hold ground stance there, getting some rounds in the stables, not trying to pursue any of these villagers, nor being tempted. You now have 5 blue archers here. They can perhaps get into this high ground. I believe this is extra high ground there, but he just may not be close enough there. Now's a low ground, does get dodged there, does see a good hit there. Eric's now seeing some hits there. We do have these archers pushing forward. And over here, we've got the scout now advancing forward as well. Let's get a good hit there. Both scouts do go down now. You have 7 archers here versus just the 6. The tower does find some arrows there. He does now have fletching zone. Now the tower has 9 range. So in order for these archers to get 5 range on these villagers, they will likely have to be close and pretty close to that tower. 9 archers here versus just the 8. Good micro from both sides. Both sides are just a bit of a standoff. You now have Castle Age for red. Blue right now is going for Castle Age, and he will have it out shortly. He should have Bodkin Arrow and Crossbow research relatively soon. There's Bodkin Arrow now being researched. And now there's Crossbow research as well. Red's now soft retreating away, getting out some skirmishers. I'm down more defensive now. Now there's Castle Age for red. We got Crossbow and Bodkin Arrow research for red as well. Blues is complete. And now we got another towns that are being employed on out.
Okay. Emirates.
Crossbow's moving forward. Red's trying to really build this town center, which will provide cover for his villagers. Of course, Arbalest or Crossbowmen do outrange town centers. Town center range is 6, while Crossbowman range is 7. And starting to siege down this palisade wall there to allow him to get a better angle there on these villagers. Maybe should have done one bit closer, but we want to get the high ground damage. And we'll get inside town center there. Town center fires some good arrows there. Didn't take out any of those units, but does get some great damaging action there. Red has currently 10 crossbows here, 1 skirmisher versus the 10 here. Very wounded. Take that. Yep, still just 10. Skirmisher does go down. Both sides have lost now crossbowmen. Blue's losing some now. Red was fighting for the high ground for a bit of time as well. But now we've got 5 versus 8. Looks like overall Blue's doing a better job with this crossbow fight. Blue must be able to able to time his opponent's movement a little bit better than his opponent. And now that does get him some great damage there. Keeping 7 of them alive at the moment, while Red has only 1, and he is wounded. But to exploit this breach, he will have to avoid basically that town's center fire. But of course, he can stand outside the town's center fire and put in stand ground stands. No archers remain for Red. Do we see any scouts being pulled out on the field? Ballistics. He is getting ballistics because he lost so much there because he didn't have ballistics. That's why for some skirmishers there. May go for elite skirmisher upgrade sooner rather than later. He only appears to have this 1 archer range that perhaps needs to change. His opponent right now is pursuing the crossbowman in groups of 2, as was Wheelbarrow. And Red is back on the game now. This and Great saying, thank you for watching and on to the next replay. If y'all can give me a moment as well, I need to use the restroom. My apologies. 1 moment, please. My apologies, I am back. So, let's go on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition replay. So on the top side as the Red Gujaris, we have El Matador. So on the south side as the Green Spanish, we have Fox Mihaly 06. Now honestly, El Matador sounds like more like he's supposed to be the Spanish player. By the way, let's cover each player's civilization bonuses. Gujaris, Camel and Cavalry and Camel civilization. Start with 2 4A bushes there. You see the 2 4A bushes here. Looks like they do have inherently 125 food, like the inherent other bushes. Can garrison mills with livestock to produce food. Mounted units deal plus 20% damage. Starting in Feudal Age, 30 in Castle, 40 Imperial Age. Can garrison docks of fishing ships. That's not going to be important. But now, with that extra 4A bushes there, that will of course allow him to throw all of his sheeple or goats inside of the mill there to get some extra food generation. And what's the other research? Stalking Thrower, which is a unit that throws units in a throwing discs in a line, hoop throwers in a line. They may be effective versus Janissaries, like in Age of Empires 3, but they can do some line damage there, like a Scorpion. Shimmershaw Rider, which is a rider that has like a damage shield versus pierce attack. And Camel Scout, which is a early scout that you can get deployed out, as well as have the scale. Lion doesn't get deployed there. Blue or Spanish player is now eyeing for a forward barracks. That's interesting. Kirshas, military units cost 25% less food, which is very useful for the light cavalry, Hussar spam. Frontiers Guard, Camel Riders, and Elephant Archers get plus 4 melee rider. And Camel and Elephant Archer create 25% faster. Do not have some proxy forces here. And here, they have not been spouted either. Let's take a look at the Spanish bonuses. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it today. I'm getting pretty tired. I haven't got much sleep lately. Bonus works 30% faster. Blacksmith upgrades don't cost gold. Cannon Galleons benefit ballistics. Gunpowder units fire 18% faster. And see plus 20 gold for each researched. Even a bit of a cash rebate. Does have these 40 units there. Got spearmen and skirmishers pushing way forward. You now got a tower being pulled out as well. This is a very aggressive Spanish player, proxying barracks and archery ranges you don't really see all too often, but this is the case. Scout has gone down, does go ahead and get a guard tower here as well. You may want to put a guard tower next to this gold deposit. Getting that denied is very, very good. Unique units of Conquistador, favorite among players, a mounted hand cannoneer, and the missionary is something you do with your monk. Wife. You do that with perhaps with your monk as well. Unique techs, Inquisition, monks convert faster and give them +1 range supremacy. Villagers, it's more of a meme tech, but villagers become much stronger in combat. And trade units to generate additional gold, which is not going to be important here. Green's villagers now push way forward as well, supporting this advance. Stabs some of these villagers. He does have loom research. He does take out this green spearman there. Skirmishers firing away, trying to deal with these archers. They're on the high ground as well, get some great damage there. Green's villagers are not really properly stabbing. They don't exactly have attack move order. And Green's villagers backing off. Got a lot of skirmishers and spearmen. This mix is going a bit crazy quickly. Red's trying to stabilize. Just avoid the guard to watchtower here. And just keep collecting resources on the other deposits. Deny your opponents any additional watchtowers as well. That's probably the best way to deal with it. Right now the villager count is 25 versus 24. The Spanish have one less. And has, both sides are equally not gathering as much. Count's not pushed before. Has no inherent pierce armor or hack armor. And do got a house being put on the field. How menacingly. Skirmishers trying to disrupt this area. Now's a good time to go for a tower over here, I believe. Skirmishers pushed before. They do not have fletching research. You don't really see fletching for Spanish, since they can't get crossbowmen. They can only get archers. We got a scout here to support the camel scout. And I do got some spearmen here as well. Green's collecting up that wood there. Now I've got the skirmishers engaging, trying to hit these villagers, doing 1 damage each since they have 2 pierce armor. In fact, even with fletching, they will still just do 1 damage each versus these villagers. I do believe the Spanish player needs to build a tower on this high ground to help deny that gold. Though his opponent can always collect up that gold deposit if he knows about it. Let's see if he does know about it. Yeah, he does know about it. I do got the tower being put up by Green. This is the fog of war we can see right now. And Red does abandon the region, and he may be immediately eyeing to go up there. Here's stabbing there. He's just trying to hack apart that house. And that scout does go down to the number of spearmen. He's also pulling out some housing there, trying to wall off this tower with the housing. It does complete the wall over here, barring the fact that his opponent could cancel that house there to get in the range, the minimum range of the house, of the tower, not the house. And most of these villagers are coming back on off over here. You have, looks like one of Green's villagers does go down to a counterattack by these scouts. Let's get some stabs there onto that scout now. Villager seems to fire there and does take out that one. So right now, Green is down 2 villagers likely. I haven't really seen if red villagers gone down as well. Seems like got a lot of damage onto them, not a lot of kills onto them. Got a good number of red skirmishers here, 10 versus the 6 of greens. Got 2 spearmen here to help disrupt. Looks like the skirmishers on a box formation move. And I do got a green spearman here trying to force back these horsemen. Green is collecting some, or red is collecting up some gold income there after banning this gold deposit there. Scouts pushing way forward. Getting a good interruption there. Just does have a spearman there. The spearman looks like went to the wrong units. Once red scouts, let's go down. Good hit there. And does take out the other red scout. So green's spearman will fall back. Getting chased by the outnumbered 2-1. Villagers advancing forward through this wood. It looks like a native retard past these villagers over here. Trying to collect up some stone now. Maybe it's Spanish, of course. He's going to eye for 650 stone before his castle reach gets complete, so he gets out his first castle to get out the Conquistadors, a very powerful unit. Getting some good hits there. Green's trying to tangle with Red. Let's get some good hits there. Skirmisher, Red Skirmisher does not have clutching, nor does Green, so they're on equal standing. Green's still trying to hold out, but does lose a couple of villagers, or all of the skirmishers there. These villagers are still collecting stone. Green does not have enough stone for a castle yet. It's not looking good for Green. He's going to lose some villagers there. Does pull out a single scout there. Does lose another villager. Those skirmishers can't really do a whole lot of damage versus villagers. And does take a red scout there. Now this green scout will provide him enough of a buffer window. Going for more scouts now for defense. There's a lot of infrastructure on the front line as well. This villager here is getting picked off by a scout. Green can't be losing these villagers like this. This scout does avoid those spears. I do got some scouts now being queued on up as well. He does have bloodlines, so these scouts should have some extra health. Or no, did he get that canceled? I thought he was getting that build. What was that? Okay, that was already going for bloodlines, not green. We now have wheelbarrow now on build queue for red. Now got some red scouts push way forward. Green needs more scouts right now. Red has a good amount of food there. He's eyeing for Castle Age, but needs... Or no, Green has no food. Nor will it go for Castle Age, while Red is going for his Castle Age relatively soon. And he has more of a military force on the field as well. Okay, the markers over here still just those towers firing. Now Red's going for Castle Age. Green is still pretty far away from Castle Age. There's one house there, very, very nice. Green scouts now pushing forward. Red scouts are breaking on through, trying to deal with some of these villagers, or just running on through. Walling off some of those villagers as well. Red scouts still just dancing around, now starting to engage. Let's abandon the town center. Got 5 scouts here. He can't be eyeing for a counterattack there, though he may be he's trying to deal with these skirmishers there, so he'll be able to pick them off. These red scouts are still denying a lot of food income. Right now, red is doing a good job denying this food income is very important. Green is very, very low, having trouble with his villager production there. Does get another villager queued up now, but right now he has not enough food production to maintain scout production, so he has no continuing production defense while red is aging up and getting some camels out now. So overall, red is in great position right now. Not only offensive, but also has soon to have tech advantage and as well has a villager advantage. Green scouts are still dancing around here. And red doesn't even get some horse armor. Now, Castle Age has been researched for red, and green backs out of the game immediately when he sees that, knowing he's nowhere near Castle Age. This is Andrew saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And I'm sorry, everybody. I am far too tired to continue casting. Haven't gotten any good sleep lately. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Get some good rest, because I definitely do.